Dear colleagues, let me start my topic with small to introduce how the after the resign Jens Stoltenberg with the position of the General Secretary, not NATO's General Secretary. I have a question about who will take this as a position in the hierarchical structure of the NATO. Or the NATO. Before it, media discussed about the Pedro Sanchez, Ben Wallace, and the last time appeared figure of Ursula von der Leyen. So the last candidate is a very interesting figure due to how she was defense minister of the Germany and have a big efforts for the help to Ukraine. It's not clear that the Ukraine will be main story in the net activities, and so the compromise figure between the some several candidates of the net position. And certainly the big contribution of the net development put Jens Stoltenberg. I think suffice to say it, how the net budget increasing, and so this is idea will be more direction, and in particular Germany will be spend more and more money in the NATO NATO modernization. Jesus, the first part of my topic will be the how the Russian Central Bank have a report about how the much money, much bonds, they eat save out of bankrupt after the 24th of the February. Not only this is a story was very and very tragedy for the more officials in the financial and bank structure of the Russian Federation, and I don't. I want to tell about the 20 interest rate percent, and one of the consequences we have ionization of the foreign trade of the Russian Federation. This is the largest achievement in the reconstruction of the all foreign trade the Russian and certainly banks structures must be to give to clients the services in the yuan form. And totally the main story of information which Bank Russia sent as a link, I think, in the media consists about the bad credits of the Russian bank system, about 700 billion rubles. Right now, by the interest currency rate, about the 9 or 10 billion US dollars and euros. So this is a 6% of the all banks money in the Russian Federation, which consists about the 13.9 13 trillion ruble. It's maybe 800 million billion euros or dollars. So this is all banks money of the Russian Federation. So this is 46% of the Russian budget in the spent in the expeditious part. Therefore, all banks' money in the Russian Federation could be sufficient or support a Russian budget only in the size of half of the all expeditious part. I must tell and also the modest remark. This is a big fell down of the one of the biggest microeconomical data of the in the all money base in the Russia. And certainly after the bank was Sweden, bank in California, and Signature Bank in New York at the Mirror Reflection. All bank system, apparently China People Bank, became the analysis on activity. And here about Credit Suisse I told above, and the ECB had things move about the increasing the interest rate. And certainly this is a very interesting situation how the ECB it seems maybe you think that the ECB the second bank of the world after the US Fed. Right now the situation the change. If you know, US Fed had aggressive, hard policy for the to take for the throat of the inflation. This is the heavy metal. And the another story. Via Atlantic Ocean, Frankfurt Power have a soft policy with the struggle of inflation despite the hydrocarbon crisis. Allows it simply to increase interest rate after the failure after the US Fed. And nobody blamed Frankfurt and Christine Lagarde about the copy actions of the US. But right now we have a situation how the first new euro Frankfurt increased interest rate, but not 5% as US Fed, only to the level of the 3%. And in 2 weeks, maybe I don't know how much, 1, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, Eurostat sending me the information about the quick and the fell down, the dropped inflation in the Euro in the how in the 1.5 time, not percent. So this is a biggest, is a very the phenomenon is not surprising. And this is a story I have it, and certainly. And the last topic, first part of today, Russian Central Bank have been fined the uncount credit money in the which influence of the balance of the market system, as I told, above 6%. 6%, and this is a 6%. The where is find this uncount money? This is a problem for economical security of the not Russian Federation bank system. Before the second part of my topic, we have a problem with the democracy right now. The problem, the Institute of Democracy and the conference summit in Washington under the leader Joe Biden have a problem with the erosion of the democracy, but they certainly we have a political election process in the Finland, Bulgaria, and Chernogorия. All of them EU memberships, and it's all very interesting to follow the process of democratic process in Europe. And the erosion democracy, I have to discuss supposing about the limit the term of the have political power of the some of the leaders. If you remember, the last US president who have a possibility to continue political power was Harry Truman, and he, as well known, refused about to continue, and certainly nobody that Harry Truman will be took office in the third time. And totally two term and no problem, and all Farrakhan's the political system very stability and democratic protest. And certainly the next campaign in the United States will be have especially features. Before the second part of my topic and the last, the blast in St. Petersburg. This is political culture of the Russian Federation. This is not terroristic act. I think this is murders, and certainly prosecurity, Russian prosecurity, open business with the murder, not at terroristical, but as a terror against the journalists, maybe. And then, and totally, let's return to the Ukraine. Totally, the biggest stamp of the all activities on NATO will be Ukraine. Ukraine story, and totally the according to the Pentagon's experts, the Pentagon have a big amazing how the chief of the general staff in the Second World War was Zhukov, Antonov, Stemenko, and another biggest Soviet military leaders. At this time, have achieved position in the military in the war operation. So the Pentagon's expect to have a big amount. In comparison to, as he said, about let's imagine how in Afghanistan the General Milley will be command for all NATO troops in Afghanistan, rather than all NATO troops. Jesus, and totally the additional mobilization of the Russian Federation, where according to the ISW, Institute Study of the War, non-military losses of the Russian Federation consists about 200,000 people. This is more drinking, drugs, and fighting each other with a weapon. And certainly we have a controversy between the Wagners and simply military service. Certainly that is the biggest problem. What want to say, to speak Pentagon suspect about the higher command of the Russian troops in Ukraine. Here, not only blame the nationalism of the some of the several of the Russian war leaderships. So this is another story, and the main story, in fact, what Pentagon suspect about the high level of the command in the Ukraine. Oh, Jesus. And the right, and the last of the topic of today, not only Leo II arrived into the front, but Russian media reported how the challengers, British tanks, arrived in the front line, and how do you think in the last has Antony Blinken have a big and hard telephone call with the leader of Chief of Osmanlinskoye Square, Sergei Lavrov, about the arrested Evan Gershkovich. So all media protested, and Sergei Lavrov had a position, a hard position with this story. Although the Sergei Lavrov must be warm Russian secret service about the hard international consequences in this story. And he decided to the support of the situation when the nearest ship in the United States will be worse. And certainly Russian media have not interest tell what question sent Antony Blinken to Sergei Lavrov. Not only the Jesus, but US and official representative of State Department had comment about this contact. So thank you. Bye.